What's going on, YouTube fam? I'm back with episode 9 of the South African low budget case study and course, and today I'm going to teach you Facebook ads. So what you can expect from this video is how to connect the Facebook pixel, how to configure your web events, setting up your ad manager, the ad strategy that I recommend, and some extra tips and tricks. So let's just jump into it. Right, so this is what your dashboard of your ad manager looks like. So just refresh here so I can show you mine. So for your ad manager, to set this up, you want to go to Google and search Facebook Business Manager and create your business manager, and from there create your ad manager. It's a pretty simple process. So if you search business.facebook.com, then you'll also go there. So then you can just go here and create account, log in with your Facebook email and password. If you don't have one, create a new one, but I recommend just with your normal Facebook profile, the one that you've always been using. That's the best, because when you create a new profile, it's a bit sketchy for Facebook. So if you have just your normal Facebook profile, that's perfect. No one will see that it's like who you are, whatever. They will just see your Facebook page that you're running the ads from. They won't see that it's like your name and your profile, so you don't have to worry about that. It's just for logging in purposes, and so to show Facebook that you're actually a real person. Okay, so go ahead and create your Facebook business profile, and then from there, all you have to do is create an ad manager, which is a pretty simple process. I'm sure you'll get that quite easily. Then you'll be redirected to this dashboard once you created your ad manager. So first things first, when you have a new ad account, I'm just gonna go into one of my ad accounts that I don't use so that it looks more like yours. Let's go here. Okay, so first things first that you want to do is go to your Shopify store, go to settings, domains. Right, so I'm gonna buy a new domain here for our store. That's Aveen. Obviously Aveen will probably be taken. If Aveen doesn't work, then just try something like Aveen store. Okay, Aveen store is good. So Aveen store isn't taken, so just buy this domain. So I always recommend having a .com domain. In South Africa, probably a .co.za domain is even better. You can choose either .com or .co.za, but probably .co.za is probably the best for South Africa. But I'm anyway not going to run this store, so for the sake of this video, I want to go ahead and verify your email. Okay, then you want to go click. Did you see why I clicked there? The DNS settings. Let me just go back. When you're under your domains, as you can see, this is our new domain. Let's just make it our primary domain. We'll make it our primary now. But DNS settings. Okay, so from DNS settings, you want to click on add custom record and click on TXT record. Okay, now I want to go back. First go to business settings, so those three stripes there, click on business settings, scroll down to data sources, and we want to be adding our pixel here, but let's first add the domain. Okay, so brand safety, domains, click on here. Let's add this one, Aveen store.com. Okay, let's click on this drop down menu and click on this DNS TXT. Okay, copy that, go back to your Shopify, paste that in here. Here you just put an @ and then get that. There, it's connected successfully. From here you can just click verify, and now our domain is verified. Okay, so that's how you verify your domain. Let's go to pixels, add, call this a Veen pixel. I'm gonna set up pixel now. So two ways that I usually recommend that you should connect your pixel. It's here by add code using partner integration. Click on Shopify. Click on here by see instructions and then just follow the instructions. So to get started, log into your Shopify account, install the Facebook channel. Okay, so go back, click here, okay, plus, and then you want to click here by Facebook. It will redirect you to this. You can click here on update sales channel. Right. So I've seen a lot of people talk about these Facebook shops and then they don't get accepted for the Facebook shop. Don't stress about that. From our ad manager, we are just going to put in the URL of our Shopify landing page and then direct our customers to there. So don't worry about not being accepted as a Facebook shop. I don't even recommend using a Facebook shop because I just do it old-fashioned way, just straight from your ad manager and then just your URL in your page. So don't stress about not being accepted as a Facebook shop. Okay, so let's go back to Shopify. Let's click here on start setup. Okay, from here you can connect your Facebook account. Click there and log in with your Facebook, and through that your business manager add your ad accounts, Facebook, and then you'll be able to run ads. So that's a pretty simple process. You can just go ahead and complete those steps. Once you're done, I want to go back to business settings, scroll down to your pixels. At your pixel, right, you want to add, I'm going to click here by add assets. Okay, and then on the ad account that you want to be using, you just want to go ahead and click add there. So we're going to be using this fresh ad account. Click add. Most of you will just begin with one ad account in the beginning anyway. So the other way that I mentioned is an app called Multipixel. So let's go back to our Shopify App Store. So the reason that I love this app is it makes it possible for you to have multiple pixels, right? So Multipixel, and it's a much simpler process to connect the pixel. The only downside to it is that it has a monthly $6 a month. So keep that in mind. If you're on a low budget, use the other method. If you have more of a budget, I always just use this app because it just makes everything simpler, and you have like a secure backup for your pixel. So obviously you want to be sure that you actually keep your pixel as safe as possible because that's like all your data. And obviously with Facebook ads and data, it's very important. It works hand in hand. So that's why I love this app. And again, it's obviously if you have a bigger budget. If you don't have the budget, stick with the other way and then later move over to this. We're going to show you how this app works. So when you're on the Multipixel app, most of the time it won't show this, but now it does. So just click on there. Right from here, you can just enable that. Click save. Alright, now we can go back to apps, Multipixel. Okay, that's gone. So all you need now is your pixel ID. So let's go back to Facebook and then just copy this ID back to Shopify, paste that in there, and then click on save. It will turn green as soon as there's any activity on your website. So that's all set. Let's go click on all tools, go to events manager. Right there, events manager, it shows that we haven't received any activity. So let's just go ahead and click on our store, Just click on our product and just do an action like such as the click on checkout, and from here we go back, click on here, review events. So here's one place to do it. You just go back. If it doesn't show that option, you go down here and you click on aggregated event measurement. Okay, then configure web events, and then under your domain you want to click there, click on manage events, and then edit. Okay, now we want to click here on add event. So the most important event that we want to optimize for is the purchase event. So this is at our highest priority. So this is very important. We have to get purchase at the highest priority. I cannot stress this enough. Okay, so here we click on our pixel for our pixel / custom conversion. Okay, and then the event, very important, purchase. Okay, then we can click on apply. Yes, I confirm these changes. And that is how you set up your events configuration. Right. Let's go back to our ad manager. So by this stage, you're ready to actually start creating your campaigns. So you want to hit here by create and conversions. Click on continue. So we want to create a name for our campaign. So let's just call it security camera 1. Okay, and then for this you don't have to worry, this is more for employment, housing, social issues and stuff that we don't need, so we can just leave that on that. Right, that's all okay. You can just leave that as is. So can put campaign budget optimization on. For the testing phase, I don't recommend using campaign budget optimization, so let's continue. So this is our ad set. So our campaign's name is security camera. The next level is the ad set, and then the next is the creative. Okay, so I usually use the interest that I'm going to be using's name as the ad set name. Okay, so let's just start the first one with security. So that will be our interest, and then you select your pixel. Click on event pixel, and here it's important to choose purchase. Just search purchase. Okay, click on purchase. Even though it shows this, like these errors will come up, but I've found that just stick with purchase. Even if the campaign is fresh, just use purchase. So for the budget, doesn't matter, you can do it in rands, dollars, however you want, but I would recommend starting with at least the 25 rand per day per ad set if you're on a low budget. The budget I started with on this store that I showed you, that we've been showing you guys, was 200 rand a day. So we started with 4 ad sets of 50 rand a day, and that's how we eventually scaled further. But you can always start with less. You can start with 2 ad sets, at least 2 different creatives. Ads is a very important testing game. So you want to be testing between different ad sets, different interests, different creatives, and just tasting which one works and killing those that don't, so that you can just keep on refining and find those winners, right? So at least 2 different creatives. It can be 2 different photos, it can be a photo and a video, it can be 2 different videos, it can be the same video with 2 different thumbnails even. So it's very important, the first 3 seconds of your video must also be a very attention grabbing, because that's what's going to make your customers stop scrolling. Because just imagine, they're on Facebook, busy scrolling through social media. They didn't come there to click on your ad, but you have to make them get on your website and get off for Facebook and buy your product, right? So let's start with 50 Rand a day per ad set. You guys can always start with less. I recommend spending at least 100 Rand, even 50 Rand, but at least 100 Rand in total. So it doesn't matter if it takes a week to get to 100 Rand. Then you can see, okay, you get twice as many link clicks and you got a purchase on this one, but you don't have a purchase on this one. Then you obviously kill the one that doesn't work. So a good, I would say, measurement to work on is your profit margin times 1.5. That's when you know. Then it's, if you haven't got a sale by your profit margin times 1.5, if you spend that much and you haven't got a sale, kill it. Don't get emotionally attached. If you already spend 1.5 of what your profit margin is on your product, either kill the ad set, or kill the creative, or kill the whole product and choose a new product. Okay, so let's just make this one, let's just $4. Let's say for you it would probably be like close to 50 Rand. It's like 60 Rand now, but okay, 50 Rand for you. You can even start with more. It's just with Facebook ads, if you're gonna spend 50 Rand for 2 days, it's basically the same as spending 100 Rand for 1 day, right? You're just gonna see what's gonna happen faster. Just start with $4, and then we want to click on obviously South Africa. You can leave this as broad as possible. Facebook is a multi-billion-dollar company. They will find the right customer for your product. Their algorithms is worked out to find the right customer, right? Obviously, if you know that that product is only for women, then you can go and click women. Or okay, 18-year-old won't buy it. I would usually say, like, for this product, at least from about 26, at least. Someone with a house that actually would buy this product, okay? 26 to 65 plus. Facebook will find the right person. We'll leave genders on both. And here you can search security. So you don't have to overthink these interests that you use. You just want to use different interests for your different ad sets. If one works, duplicate and scale. Okay, so you can always click on here at suggestions and then choose any of those. You can always go, let's say it's a different product, you can go and click on magazines that are similar, or like even Vogue. You can sometimes just type in random stuff. You'll be surprised what crazy interest can sometimes work. You don't have to overthink that part, but obviously do some time thinking what type of person wants to buy your product. Okay, and then I always just use these days automatic placements, because obviously you can even read there, Facebook recommends it, and it's much cheaper than manual placements. Okay, I click next. So once you get here, you want to create a name for your ad. Let's say our security camera 1. Okay, from here you go to Facebook, you create a page for your business, and then you can always create an Instagram account as well. But if you have like 0 followers, I really recommend just creating the Facebook page, and then you use the selected page. You just use selected page. You don't have to create an Instagram account. We'll actually use your Facebook account to your Instagram and market it that way as well. It's better, especially if you don't have followers, because then it doesn't show like, okay, you have 12 followers, because no one wants to buy from a page with 12 followers. So then it's better to just have your Facebook there. You can always create the ad from here, but then it doesn't actually show on your Facebook page. So you can go onto Facebook, create a post, and make sure on that post that you also add the URL. So once you've created the post on your page, you can always go here to use existing post. At the bottom, an option will come up that says the URL and shop now. The button to use, you can click on shop now and then add the URL in there. Okay, so I just created a bit of a primary text to give you guys an idea. So I said Almost 77% of all crimes are property crimes. The reason I don't skip any lines between these and these is because comes a part where it actually says in the post that you must click on to see more for the caption. So this first part I just type it in as is, and then from where the see more starts I made it more neat by having them beneath each other. So it started off with almost 77% of all crimes are property crimes. Then free nationwide delivery in South Africa. Take an extra step in protecting your home with our Aveen smart camera. So that works on the emotion by saying take an extra step in protecting your home with, and giving it the solution is our Aveen smart camera. Okay, and then some of the features: instant motion detection, notifications, full HD and night vision, motion detection and alarm function, remote control and panoramic view, and two-way audio, perfect as a baby monitor, right? And then your call to action: shop now. It's pretty important. And then I can just go to my store, just go back, copy that, paste that in here. Okay, from here let's click on publish. Obviously I don't have a physical ad actually for that yet, so it's not completely done, but I'm running through everything because of our time, obviously. So you will publish that, and that will be your first ad set. Okay, so once you're under the ad set level, because of the low budget strategy that I'm showing you now, that we're only testing 4 ad sets, I usually, when I start testing, I test like 15-20 different things, but obviously for low budget, stick with the 4. So then I recommend 2 different ad sets and then 2 different campaigns, so that it's 4 ad sets in total, right? Because the 2 campaigns should be 2 different creatives, so you can see which one works better. I always recommend testing at least more than 1 creative, so that you can always start improving. Once you see that the one is doing better than the other, you kill the one that's doing bad and then test another one. And then from there, if that one doesn't work, test another one. And so you go on, keep on refining the process and keep on testing new ad sets, new interests is very important. Okay, so let's just duplicate this one once, and then we can add another interest in there. Okay, so under our interest here, let's just call this one, what interest? Let's first go to the interest, then we'll choose the name. Let's go down, click on suggestions. Pretty much choose any of these, really. Let's try small business owners, or even home improvement. Let's go with home improvement. Take out security. So I don't like stacking interests. By stacking I mean like choosing a lot of different interests in under this one, because when doing that you don't really know where most of your customers are coming from. Are they coming from home improvement, or are they coming from different interests that you're targeting, right? So that's why I just stick to single interests. The only time that I'll stack interests is if this is like very low, but 2.9 to 3.4 million people it's enough. Okay, so let's just copy that, call this one home improvement, and then you can just go ahead and publish that. Right, so if you go to campaigns, you can duplicate this again. Let's just make 1 copy. Okay, so you have 2 choices. You can go with the same interests and 2 different creatives, or you can test different interests. So both are good. The reason I like choosing both the same is so that you can actually see which one is performing better, and if it's the creative or the interest. I would recommend for the beginning maybe trying different interests and just going with the ones that work, because it's only literally 2 different interests that you're targeting. which is a very small number of interests. I would say change these two's interests to other random things, and whichever is working, refine the process, and then you can also test it with that creative, right? Because we're testing two different creatives, we can stick to these two interests, and then obviously in the future you want to be adding more interests, whichever one of these is better. Like if you can see that, let's say, let's just change the campaign name, Scary Camera 2. You can click on Command, Control, click on here. You can click on this and then Control, and then from here you can edit. You can go to use existing post and then change this post to the new post that you're going to be using, right? After a day or two, you'll be able to see which one is running the best, like this home improvement or this home improvement. And then if there's a significant difference between the two, obviously kill the one that's doing worse. So some of the metrics that I use to determine if an ad set is doing good or bad is your click-through rate, your CPC, which is your cost per click. So your cost per click in South Africa should be between 1 and maximum 5 rand. If it's anywhere more than 5 rand, I can already say you can probably just kill it and use a new creative, because then it means the creative is not working correctly. Okay, let me just close this. So thanks for sticking with me through this video. I hope everyone enjoyed it, and in the future we'll probably have another video of Facebook ads where we actually go into our lookalike audiences, our retargeting, and more of a scaling video. This is the fundamentals of setting up your ads. So any comments that you may have, drop them down below. I'm answering all the questions. Please subscribe and like this video. Check you in the next one.